So we are really stripped down to basics today. It's all about travelling as light as possible. You know, we want to be active, we want to move around the pool, we want to chase the fish really. You know, when it's this clear, it's this cold, it's flat calm today, which probably doesn't help. We haven't made it easy for ourselves. The fish are going to be really scarce, so we need to be able to follow them. You know, you're going to catch one, maybe two if you're lucky, and then you're going to need to move. So we've got next to no tackle, no seat boxes, no rollers, you know, no trolleys. We're not making noise, setting up far from the bank, and yeah, we've not brought the kitchen sink, which means it's easy to get up, travel light, we can move about, so we should be able to land on a couple of fish and hopefully get a few nice ones for the camera. So, I haven't mentioned it, but we're up at Oak Hill today. Super stripped back, like I said. We're just trying to pick off the odd fish. And it's so simple fishing today. It's so easy to just get out and do. And especially in the winter when you don't want to be lugging the kitchen sink up and down the bank, especially on a pleasure session, this is the type of fishing you want to get out and do because it's so simple. We've got a rod, landing net, little bits and bobs, box, hook length, bread, towel. You don't, like, obviously if you're not fishing off a seat box and things, you do need to bring an unhooking mat. Trying to be mobile, trying to just chop the bomb and bread out, bomb and corn, see what we can catch, and if we catch a couple of fish, we'll move, try and catch a couple of fish from the next place, and then we'll move again. But the great thing about this bomb rig, which I will have another video up on. If you look in the top right corner, you'll be able to see that video up there. Just click on the little I button and go and give that one a watch if you want to see how I set up for trips like this. Super versatile, and honestly, when I set up a bomb, I always set it up this way now. So I've picked a peg on the inner snake today. We're fishing the Snake Lakes up at the top, and I've picked a peg where I feel like I can cover a lot of ground because there's no one else fishing here today, which means I have the whole place to myself, which means that there has to be fish to catch. So I'm going to start by pegging my bread about a metre off the side of the island, see if we can't catch a quick fish. I'm not going to be leaving it for very long. The bread bites come really quick, so they only take like 3 or 4 minutes. And then if you're going to get a fish, you know, it's going to be in that quick time. So right, that probably wasn't as far forward as I wanted it, but it's all about kind of dobbing around today, so we can start closer and we can move further out. And then we'll give it 3 or 4 minutes, see if we get a take, and if we don't, we'll bring it in, we'll cast it back out, move spots. Not going to spend too long in one spot. I'll tell you a bit about why I think this is the best way to fish a snake lake in the winter. You come to a snake lake, especially if you're on your own, you catch a fish, and what's most likely to happen? Those fish are going to move. Now, which way they move, you can really only guess unless you've got anglers either side of you that start catching those fish. But snake lakes are notorious for the fish being pushed about. Once you catch 1 or 2, especially in the winter, those fish tend to scatter. Oh, we're getting indications there. That was a really good sign. Unless you have anglers either side of you, you have to assume which way the fish are going to go. Oh my god, that is freaking beautiful. That's just what we love to see, isn't it? With bread, especially when you're bread fishing, you tend to be able to pick out bigger fish. Now, I'm not used to fishing like this at all. My net's all the way over here. I'm usually on a seat box, got everything right in front of me, everything to hand. Right, let's get this boy in. He is pulling, he is definitely pulling, and this rod is lovely, especially for just trying to finesse the fishing. It's a Horizon X Pro commercial 10-foot bomb rod, and it is honestly, it's a beautiful bit of kit. I've stole it from my dad today. Where is this fishy boy going? Just because it's bang on for this type of fishing. I usually use my little diver ends on super slim. It's a method feeder rod, but it's really soft. I just feel like it's beautiful. It's really good for this type of fishing. But this rod, we don't have one that beats it yet. It is a lovely bit of kit. Whoa, that's a good fish. Just had a bit of a glimpse of him. What a way to start it off! I have to say, I am over the moon with this first fish. He is absolutely stunning. Check that out. That really just shows you that coming light, picking off the odd fish, it really does work. Let's get him back. Let's get another cast out. Keep moving in our clockwise motion and hopefully we catch another one. So, first cast, first fish. I have to say I am over the moon with that. I really didn't expect to get one first chuck. So, I'm going to cast out to the same spot again. Could be a ball of fish there. You know, it is the winter. They bowl up tight. Could be for safety. They might just want some cuddles, but yeah, we'll chuck it back out. We'll see if we can't catch another one. Same spot, same distance. I know I thought I didn't cast it far enough, but it just shows that those fish really can be anywhere. I think we're not too close to the bank, but we're also not too far off it, so if the fish do want some shelter, they are reasonably close. So I swear I'm onto a fish. That is beautiful. Did you see that? They're the best type of fish though. It doesn't really happen that often in the winter, but yeah, when you drop it in and it's like, oh, it can only be a babby, look at that, but when you drop it in and it's just straight away fish on, it is nice. As soon as you think you can lift him up, he falls again. So he's not as big as the other one, but still a stunning fish nonetheless. Let's see if I can show him. Do you reckon the swans panic when they fall asleep and wake up somewhere else? If I went to sleep and woke up somewhere else, I think I would panic. So, we've moved on to the outer sink. This is probably the area of this pool that I'm most fond of. I really do like this spot, and especially when no one's here, because you do have a lot of features. You can cover a lot of ground, and so I'm going to cast down to the right and then work my way over to the left. Oh, you literally just said, oh, might mean I need to pull off the bank. Moaned one on. I feel so lazy, like my feet are hanging over the edge and everything. Oh my god, why's my net so bad? Oh, he's a really cute one. So, it's been a good day's fishing really, and I hope that I have been able to show you something a bit different, because we come here quite a lot, and we tend to find when there's no one else about, the fishing can be really difficult. So moving about is really important, obviously, as you've been able to see today, because it just shows that you don't need all of the tackle to be able to come and catch fish. And in fact, on days like today, it's better to come without all of the tackle, because you just catch more. You're able to move about, things are simpler, you've got less to worry about, and you can just sit and focus on trying to pick off the odd fish, get what you can, and move about, stay mobile, which also means you stay warm. You don't get as cold because you're not sat in one place for longer than really half an hour at a time. So, and then moving about and seeing the rewards that you get for your efforts is always really nice. That first fish, that I probably would have given it £11. If I was putting it in a keep net, I would have clicked 11. At a push 12. It felt a lot heavier than it looks, but it looks a big fish. So that fish definitely made it. And every fish after that was still just as beautiful. Not as big, but still lovely fish, lovely condition. It's always the same here. The fish, they are lovely fish. So yeah, I have really enjoyed it today. Sad I didn't catch a fish to end the video on. I did move a couple of times trying to catch more fish. I caught one more when we moved to peg 4 on the outer snake, but that was the last fish we had. In all fairness, the sun has kind of went away now. It's got a bit colder. That could have just turned the fish off. Is what it is, isn't it? So yeah, as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like or subscribe. It does mean a lot to me. I really appreciate it, and it helps me out loads. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.